government to spend 45 billion ringgit this year for development projects. Specialists to monitor air quality at 85 Pasir Gudang schools. Good evening. Thanks for joining us, and you're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Muhammad Amin Carlos. The Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad has urged civil servants to adopt a more tolerant and understanding attitude while accepting differences among themselves to carry out their duties more comprehensively.
Kalau kita tidak toleran, tidak sanggup bertimbang rasa, maka agak sukar bagi kita menjalankan tugas dalam satu-satu badan yang sudah tentu mempunyai orang di berbagai peringkat. Kalau tidak ada kerjasama yang baik di antara orang yang berperingkat tinggi dan rendah, maka sukar bagi kita untuk melaksanakan tugas kita.
When speaking at a Prime Minister's Department JPM Staff Monthly Assembly in Putrajaya today, the Premier said in 1 year of Pakatan Harapan PH administration of the country, after taking over from the previous government which ruled for 61 years, he found there are many communication problems among civil servants. He also drew attention to a press report he read today that the government service is not as efficient as before. Regardless of whether the report is entirely true or not, Tun Dr. Mahathir reminded civil servants not to be upset when criticized. Economic Affairs Minister Dato Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali says the government is expected to spend about 45 billion ringgit this year on more than 4,000 development projects to spur the Malaysian economy. Well, he said these development expenditures would flow into the following years and ensure robust and sustained domestic economic growth.
Together with the resumption of several large-scale projects, these measures will be our growth drivers for this year and the next. As we continue to work towards enhancement of foreign direct investment, there should be simultaneous efforts to boost domestic investment as well.
Speaking during the launch of the World Bank's latest Malaysia Economic Monitor and the kick-off conference of the 12th Malaysia Plan in Putrajaya, Dato Sri Azmin said these efforts would add substantive value to the Malaysian economy, particularly in terms of job creation, wealth generation and expanding the economic pie. He also said the government also made significant improvements to reduce regulatory burden in line with its aim to ease business transactions and added that there is more work to be done. He further noted that among the steps being undertaken in the removal of non-tariff measures. As of 2018, the government has received 668 non-tariff measures under 6 ministries that had a total estimated compliance cost of 2.96 billion ringgit, with a potential cost saving of 739 million ringgit. Well, there is no need at the moment to close schools in Pasir Gudang, Johor, as the situation is under control. And Deputy Prime Minister Dato Sri Dr. Wan Aziz Awan Ismail, however, said that this will depend on the situation from time to time. Dato Sri Dr. Wan Aziza said currently the authorities are monitoring the air quality reading in the area 24 hours a day to look out for any possibility.
Dan setakat ini kita dah eliminate pada segi elimination dan berdasarkan pada siasatan awal, bacaan mekaptan tinggi iaitu dan 5E resources tu telah ditutup dan dia membuatkan proses kelengkapannya dan mengarahkan pelupusan semua residu yang termasuk 100 tan telah dilupuskan pada 26 bulan tu. Dan elimination punca-punca yang berpotensi pula telah sedang dijalankan, is a process going on oleh Jabatan Alam Sekitar. Dan kita sekarang ni dah nak buat pemeriksaan atas 72 buah kilang. Dan untuk mendapatkan bacaan kes-kes dan dia monitor lah ya. Sebab kita tak tahu penduduk kata malam-malam bau busuk, bau ni kan dan akan terkesan. Jadi kita nak buat monitoring itu sepanjang masa.
Yesterday, 111 schools in Pasir Gudang, which were closed last week due to the air pollution issue, were reopened. However, as many as 30 students and teachers from 15 schools were referred to community clinics after showing symptoms of vomiting and headache. Now, meanwhile, 85 air pollution specialists will begin operations at 85 high-risk schools in Pasir Gudang to ensure more detailed readings of the air pollutant index. Now, the specialists will also be working on investigations to find out the real cause of the pollution. Minister of Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change, Yeo Bee Yin, said the exact cause of the air pollution is difficult to ascertain as the incident occurred at separate areas within a radius of 13 kilometers. The specialists will be using an online FTIR gas analyzer known as Gasmet DX4000N to measure the emission rate of volatile organic compounds or VOCs.
Mereka adalah daripada sekolah-sekolah yang berbeza. Ada yang di antara sangat jauh dan that is why there is no geographical correlation ya yang di sini. Dan ini sama kes seperti yang daripada 20 Jun. Ini tak sama dengan Sungai Kim Kim. Sebab Sungai Kim Kim air dispersion model you ada satu punca. Di sini kita boleh simulate, kita tahu semua ini cover by this and this is because of wind direction. Tapi yang ni dia di tempat berbeza-beza.
Yeo said this during a media conference at the Disaster Control Operations Center in Pasir Gudang today. 7 urine and blood samples taken from affected victims are currently being analyzed, adding that the results will be made public. Now, members of the public who are eligible for the Cost of Living Aid or BSH can apply for appeals for the assistance targeted at low-income group or B40 starting today until 15 August. Now, the Finance Ministry, in a statement released today, said the process also allows those who are not eligible to present their application complete with relevant documents verified by the Inland Revenue Board, LHDN. The statement also said the payment for the second phase of BSH 2019 has begun on 28th May, based on the categories involving number of children or dependents and the amount of BSH entitled. The payment will be made after the verification process is completed, and it involves 3.6 million individuals who have been approved for BSH. The statement also said that the second phase involved an allocation of 1.42 billion ringgit, while for both Phase 1 and Phase 2, the payment amounted to 2.62 billion ringgit. Appeal application can be carried out online at BSH portal http://sbsh.hasil.gov.my or at any LHDN branch or tax service centers and urban transformation centers UTC. The public can also call the toll-free line at 1-800-882747 or email bsh@treasury.gov.my for further information. Well, a total of 256 disabled people, or OKU drivers, attended the group test to obtain the Public Service Vehicle, PSV license, at the Transport Ministry today. Its Minister, Anthony Loke Sifuk, said the initiative is to help the group in obtaining e-hailing driver licenses in order to increase their daily income. Loke said that the ministry will aid those who did not get the opportunity to sit for the test today to sit for it on another day, which will be informed soon.
Semangat seperti ini perlu kita teruskan supaya walaupun kita ada dasar mengawal selia, bukan saja dalam e-hailing tetapi dalam apa saja dasar yang kita laksanakan. Yang penting ialah apa-apa dasar yang kita laksanakan itu perlu ada sense of compassion. Kita compassionate, kita ada flexibility untuk melihat bagaimana apa-apa dasar yang kita laksanakan itu dapat membantu dan merangkumi semua golongan, terutamanya golongan-golongan OKU ni merupakan yang perlu kita memberikan sedikit sokongan. That is the point that I want to make, that whatever we do, kita tak boleh terlalu rigid.
Loke said this at a press conference held after launching the e-hailing disabled drivers special event held at Putrajaya today. The minister said that the test result will be informed by the Road Transport Department, RTD, 5 days after the test. The cost of the PSV license program for disabled e-hailing drivers is 320 ringgit and is fully borne by the e-hailing operators or EHO. The Transport Ministry Development Action Committee meeting has decided that a working paper on the construction of the Kulim International Airport KXP, which was tabled by the Kedah State Government to the National Physical Planning Council, NPPC, be considered by the federal government. Now, NPPC will look into the construction of the KXP and will advise according to the Town and Country Planning Act amended 2017. Commenting further, Deputy Transport Minister Datuk Kamaruddin Jaafar said his ministry will consider the proposal to construct the airport following advice from the NPPC.
Mesyuarat Menteri Besar dan Ketua Menteri ke-133 yang dipengerusikan oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri pada 26 Februari 2019 seterusnya telah bersetuju supaya Kementerian Pengangkutan mengadakan perbincangan bersama dengan Kerajaan Negeri Kedah dan Kerajaan Negeri Pulau Pinang berhubung cadangan pembangunan KSP ini. Mesyuarat membabitkan 3 pihak iaitu Kerajaan Negeri Pulau Pinang, Kerajaan Negeri Kedah dan Kementerian Pengangkutan berhubung pembinaan telah diadakan di Kementerian Pengangkutan pada 28 Mei 2019. Mesyuarat ini telah dipengerusikan oleh Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pengangkutan. Mesyuarat ini telah membincangkan cadangan pembinaan KSP untuk makluman lanjut kepada Kerajaan Negeri Pulau Pinang.
Datuk Kamaruddin said this in his reply to a question from Tanjung MP Chow Kun Yeow in the Dewan Rakyat today. Datuk Suryani Ahmad assumed duties today as the new Secretary General of the Communications and Multimedia Ministry. Datuk Suryani, 50, has served as Director of the National Institute of Public Administration, or INTAN, and as Secretary General of the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development. Datuk Suryani's arrival was received by Communications and Multimedia Ministry's Deputy Secretary General Shakib Ahmad Shakir and also heads of departments and agencies. Datuk Suryani has served as Director of INTAN and as Secretary General of the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development in November 2017. She holds a bachelor's degree in communication and honours from University Science Malaysia and a master's degree in strategy and diplomacy from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Suryani has also served in the Ministry of International Trade and Industry as well as the Ministry of Defence. After clocking in, Datuk Suryani attended a briefing with heads of departments and agencies under the ministry. Now, as part of measures to solve the issue of registration of refugees in the country, the government will offer the services of police and immigration to look into the status of refugees under its Refugee Identification Status Program. Now, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail said discussions with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR, which handles the program, are ongoing.
Kita ada kerjasama untuk menjalin bahawa kita nak tingkatkan supaya ada penempatan PDRM yang saya kata tadi dengan GIM untuk mengesahkan, kerana memanglah unit secara unilateral UNHCR telah boleh mengeluarkan status pelarian ini dan UNHCR menjalankan proses pengeluaran berdasarkan kes. Justru adalah antara pelarian yang mendapat kelulusan dalam masa sehari dan juga ada yang perlu menunggu setahun. Kita tahu masalahnya.
Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah said the process to verify the identities of refugees takes quite a while, as the UNHCR needed to ensure that the refugees are not economic migrants. Based on UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees Statistics, Malaysia has 124,753 refugees and 48,978 asylum seekers as of May this year. And of the total number of refugees and asylum seekers, 93,138 or 53.6% are Rohingya, she added. In a related development, Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah said the government is willing to consider giving permission to immigrants to work legally in the country. However, according to the Deputy Premier, the government will set several guidelines and conditions to ensure it does not affect the interests of locals.
Mereka mestilah memenuhi syarat-syarat ini supaya tidaklah memberikan satu rasakan bahawa kita melebihi mereka-mereka yang datang sebagai pelarian, tidak memberikan peluang pekerjaan untuk orang rakyat Malaysia sendiri. Terima kasih.
Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Azizah said this in a response to a question from Kluang MP Wong Shu Chi.
Terima kasih Yang Berhormat Dato' Speaker.
The Langkawi Region 1 Marine Police, PPM, have detained 3 men with 4 types of tree seeds believed smuggled from a neighboring country in an operation on the coast of Tanjung Ru, Langkawi, Kedah, yesterday morning. In the incident at about 9 a.m., Langkawi Marine Police stumbled upon a lorry and a tourist boat in a suspicious manner at the location while conducting an operation. Commenting further on the incident, in a statement released today, PPM Region 1 Commander ACP Rosman Ismail said after an inspection on the boat, Marine Police personnel found 615 rubber seeds, 157 durian seeds, 10 kedondong seeds and 6 dokong seeds. He said investigations found the tree seeds were brought in from Thailand by ungazetted channel. While in the operation, Marine Police also arrested 2 locals and a Thai man, all aged between 38 and 62. The seeds, lorry and boat engine estimated to be worth more than 70,000 ringgit, as well as 3 men were taken to Langkawi Region 1 base at Bukit Malut and handed over to the Malaysian Quarantine Inspection Services, MAKIS, for further investigation. ACP Rosman said the case would be investigated under Section 11, Subsection 1 of the MAKIS Act 2011. Well, Kedah will play Perak in the final of the FA Cup on 27 July following its win against Fella United. Now, the Northerners booked their berth in the final thanks to their away goals following their semi-final tie with Fella United, which ended with a 3-3 aggregate after they lost the second leg 3-2 at the Tun Abdul Razak Stadium in Junka yesterday. Kedah had won the first leg at the Darul Aman Stadium 1-0 on 22nd June to put them on the driver's seat for the final. The Red Eagles got off to a dream start thanks to goals from Fernando Rodriguez's spot kick in the 26th minute and Mohammad Farhan Roslan's strike in the 37th minute to end the first half comfortably before disaster struck in the second half. Felda stayed true to their nickname, the Fighters, as they bounced back in the second half with goals from Thiago Aquino's 65th minute, as Chanturu's 73rd minute, and skipper Hadin Azman's late goal deep into added time. However, the fight back was not enough as Felda crashed out of the semi-finals as Kedah had 2 away goals in their hand after the final whistle. Well, meanwhile, the Perak Football Association, PAFA, will call for a special meeting on the sale of tickets for the 2019 FA Cup final. Its president, Dato' Sri Ahmad Faisal Azumu, said the meeting is aimed at discussing the distribution of ticket sales in all districts in the state. Commenting further, Dato' Sri Ahmad Faisal said it was possible that PAFA might use the same system as the ticketing system used for the second leg of the FA Cup semi-final, which is through online sales and sales at the Perak Stadium ticket counters.
Kita tidak boleh deny hak ataupun kemampuan satuan-satuan gabungan di seluruh negeri Perak di peringkat daerah-daerah. Tetapi apa yang kami akan lakukan ialah pembahagian tiket ke peringkat daerah ini akan dibuat oleh PAFA sendiri supaya bunyi-bunyi berkenaan dengan ketirisan dan sebagainya tidak kedengaran.
Perak confirmed its berth in the 2019 FA Cup final with a 4-3 aggregate win over Pahang last night. Meanwhile, more than 10,000 people attended the state-level celebration of the National Youth Day held for 3 days beginning last Friday. Various activities were held throughout the celebration, including the Youth Entrepreneur Carnival, a seminar on the preparation of halal certificates, a sports carnival for people with special abilities, Youth Premier Awards, a battle of the band, and a drum festival. That concludes this evening's news on 2. In our top story, government to spend 45 billion ringgit this year for development projects. Join us again at 12:30 afternoon. I'm Mohammed Amin Carlos. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a pleasant evening.